What's up, most excellent friends?
It's Krissy and Nathan from the Most Excellent 80s Movies.
It's the podcast where a filmmaker and a comedian
adventure their way through the 80s movies we think we love,
or might have missed.
Join us this season for a delightful discussion of some 80s gems.
We're doing The Dark Crystal and Purple Rain,
A James Bond Summer,
Superman 2, Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Police Academy,
and a bunch more 80s classics you love.
Scroll the back catalog for bangers like Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
The Goonies, Conan the Barbarian, The Breakfast Club, and more.
Plus, don't miss our ratings and deep cut recommendations.
And members get some extra fun chit-chat with the hosts after the show.
Download the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast today at True Story FM.
Or find it wherever the finest podcasts are stored.
And do remember to keep the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast motto in mind.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes!
Hey everybody, this is Ryan from the New World Pictures podcast, where we're on a mission to watch every movie ever made by New World Pictures. With me as always is Mark.
Every movie?
Every movie!
Every movie? From the Roger Corman cult classics like Battle Beyond the Stars, and the super weird stuff you never even heard of like Eat and Run.
Makes your tongue want to say, hey, it's nice in here.
Yes, Mark, every movie. And Erica.
Every movie?
Yes, Erica, every movie.
Every movie. So we're still talking about Night Zoo.
I've seen it.
And all the bonus stuff too. We're talking things we love, things we hated, favorite scenes, inside jokes. And I know we're not at final questions, but are we still talking about Ryan's research?
I know I am. So check out our website, newworldpicturespodcast.com, or subscribe to the New World Pictures podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. Follow us on the socials, and we'll see you next time at the New World Pictures podcast, proud to be a part of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast. Want to skip those ads and get early access? Become a member at truestory.fm/join and discover all the other great perks that come with it. Hello and welcome to the Most Excellent 80s Movies. It's the podcast where a filmmaker, a comedian, and their wonderful podcasting guests revisit the movies from the 80s that we think we love or might have missed with these our modern eyes. And today we're talking about Invasion U.S.A., a movie selection from 1985, about which Letterboxd simply says, America wasn't ready, ... but he was.
A bearded denim stallion.
Yes. And then there's only one sentence. A one-man army comes to the rescue of the United States when a spy attempts an invasion. All right. That's all they had to say about this movie. I'm Krissy Lenz, one of the directors and a performer at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona.
And I'm Nathan Blackwell, an independent filmmaker, also in Phoenix, Arizona.
And with us today, we have the two amazing comedians / hosts of the Very Fine Friends podcast. We have the Very Fine Friends with us here today. It's Francis and Jenna.
Yay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell us about your podcast.
It is kind of improv podcast. It's comedy. We don't really know what we're going to say going in. That's what makes it improv. But yeah, it's a comedy podcast. Francis is he's an inventor extraordinaire. Every week he has a new invention. Every week we have a big question that we need to ask and answer. And it's always a little bit deranged. Yeah.
I love it. So, Francis, do you have a big question for us for the bonus content?
Oh, yeah, I'll be ready. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect. Because we're going to do
for the bonus content, Francis will pose. Is it just a scientific question or a question?
It's like just a big question.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could be anything. It spans the universe.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I was like, we're doing Invasion USA. Who do I get to take on this unhinged movie? And I was like, we got to get the Very Fine Friends on the case.
I mean, it makes sense. In our spare time, we hunt commies. So I think we were
Of
the
course.
likely choice. That makes sense.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I
This
had to
has
go to
been-
my.
This has been a movie that I've long been lobbying for because it's so unhinged. And it was not a plan at all to, as the listeners and everyone here has learned, Chuck Norris passed away less than a week ago, at least from when we're recording this. It wasn't the plan to do this. What we've been trying to do Invasion USA for years, and it's just
true.
not not viewable on any platform until kind of recently.
Yeah, on Tubi. Yay, Tubi. Where you can also see the last movie ever made. So use Tubi. Yeah, and we did see Delta Force. So this
Yes.
is not our first foray into the Chuck Norris verse.
Right, and this is certainly not our first canon film.
No.
They at least on the podcast they are now infamous. They're infamous in general, but let's see. So they did Masters of the Universe. They've done some stuff that we haven't covered, like American Ninja and Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Which we'll get to. We'll get to them, listeners.
They did Over the Top and Superman 4.
Which we're gonna get to.
What else have they done that we've covered? Because I know we've covered some stuff with them.
We're one of the ninja movies that we did with the long rewind.
All of the ninja movies we did.
The long rewind.
Yeah, Revenge of the Ninja and Ninja 3
The Domination.
Yeah, they did both those. So it's a mark of quality, which doesn't indicate what kind of quality that is. It's just more of a statement.
Yeah, it's a mark of a certain kind of quality.
Mm-hmm.
So, Francis and Jenna, I'm guessing you've never seen this movie. But what is your Chuck Norris experience?
Francis, you take it first.
Yeah. I'll just say that I grew up watching anything with Chuck Norris over my dad's shoulder because he's always watching some karate fiasco movie. And of course, I watched Walker Texas Ranger.
Fiasco.
So I actually, every time I see him in something, I always assume it's Walker. And then I just have to go a certain amount of time until I find out whether or not it's true.
Yeah. Because they're all really similar. I hate to say it, but in Walker, I think he's reliably wearing a cowboy hat.
Well, he's very similar. The movies may be a little different, but he's very similar in all of them. Because that's, that unfortunately that's his acting range.
He's got a
love
tight
him or hate
little
him. Yeah. He's got the dead eye. He's just hitting the bullseye every time. That's his range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the same hair.
Mm-hmm. And my experience with him was I saw the movie Sidekicks when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then also on Conan when he had the Chuck Norris, like the Walker Texas Ranger lever that he would pull and it would play a random clip. So that's the extent of my knowledge of Chuck Norris. I at last did not have anyone's shoulder to look over to watch more of it, but
yeah, I don't have much Chuck Norris experience myself, aside from Delta Force and whichever one of the Expendables that he's in. Like, I never saw Walker Texas Ranger.
What?
And sorry.
I haven't either. I mean, I've seen the spots and things, but yeah. I guess it's just a generational thing, I remember it being on TV, but I just missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably, if you showed me several stills, I could probably pick it out of a lineup.
Yeah.
I feel confident that if I could tell what Walker Texas Ranger was just by seeing a few minutes of it.
Yeah. I can clearly remember some of the spots. But yeah,
I vividly remember the one when there's a young Haley Joel Osment, and
Oh.
he's like, "Oh, Walker told me I have AIDS." Like,
Oh no.
that was just like an out of nowhere little like. That was one of the Conan ones. That's how I remember that.
That's who you want breaking the news.
Yeah, but he was all pleasant about it. Walker told me I have AIDS.
I think because he gave him a computer too, didn't he? Or like something like as a gift. Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Distract yourself. I guess for me, like Walker Texas Ranger, the show that filled that zone, that gap, was Magnum PI for me.
Right. Much shorter shorts.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great show. I still love it.
Yeah, I'll champion Magnum PI for sure. All right. So Invasion USA is a very confusing movie, and it's difficult to talk about the plot because it sort of jumps all over the place. Somewhat randomly, like whoever edited this just didn't have the time.
Well, there's an interesting story on that, actually.
Was it edited by an intern?
No, they judged the movie was too long, and so they cut out all the story.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so all the stuff that was like they left in one or two backstory moments, but they literally, all the things where he's not fighting, they cut it out of the movie. Like this is like a full like 10-15 minutes of the movie that they just removed at the end.
You can tell because he's supposed to have relationships with people, like the old man who runs the airboat business.
There's no resolution with the reporter.
No.
Like we see the reporter. At some point during the ending, he's arrested by, like, I guess the CIA, and we're assuming that he's going to have some kind of argument and agreement in some back office, and it never happens. He just shows up again at some point.
Yeah.
There's also, and this was heartbreaking to me, there's no resolution with the armadillo.
Yes,
yeah, what happened to the armadillo? He has a pet armadillo.
I kept waiting for that armadillo to show back up at the end. Like,
see? Yeah, they cut out the story, all the character development. It was funny. Like he never appears in the same shot with the armadillo. He's always turning and then looking and then smiling, and then there's the armadillo.
Maybe they had beef on set. They couldn't be in the same shot together.
I like the idea that he loves armadillos, but he is deathly allergic to them. So they had to film them separately.
Well, armadillos carry leprosy.
Well, not all of them.
No, they all do.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Don't touch an armadillo.
Okay.
Too late.
Oops.
Yeah, this Chuck Norris is banana pants. It is nuts. I think this was before Delta Force, but at this point there was just a lot of 85. There was just a lot of like of this dirty hairy vibe. It's like, well, if we just shoot all the bad guys, then we'll win, right? There was just a lot of like right-wing rage against criminals and terrorists and commies and all that stuff. And
beachgoers
and Dirty Harry and Charles Bronson kind of opened the door for kind of this wish fulfillment of just shooting them down in the streets. So that's kind of what Invasion USA is. It's like the bad guys, the quote global terrorists or whatever, have just decided to finally to just stop pussyfooting around and just invade America. So
yeah.
And so only one man can stop them.
Yes, and only one man can lead them. Rostov is this creepy guy. I just, in my notes, he's the creepy guy until halfway through he gets a name. And I'm like, oh, this must be Rostov. And he is like the shot caller, and no one can do anything without his like go ahead or say so.
Yeah. And I guess he's Russian. But he's planning he's planning with people from the Middle East and people from South America, like Cuba. And so it's never specifically said where they're from, but it's just kind of like the ambiguous ethnics are invading, you know? and I love that everyone talks to each other in English and in American accents. Because what's more sinister than to plot against us with our own accent?
I didn't really understand their plan, though, because at first you're like, okay, this is a drug thing.
Right.
He kills a boatload of people immigrating from Cuba.
Literally, a boatload.
Yeah. But first he tricks them.
Yeah, that was so mean. Just kill them. You don't have to make them think they made it to America safely.
Yeah.
It's like an extra layer of asshole.
And that's not the only time. There's a lot of times they really just milk the suspense, or they interact with them, like when there's like these Mexican teenagers outside a dance hall, kind of like coming together for like a first date. It's very cute. And then they just kind of show up and just leer at everyone, you know, for a while before they start opening fire on them for no reason, you know. The crazy thing about this movie, in addition to the plot being completely lifted out, is that every person is just like one attribute dialed to 100%. You know, like the terrorists have got to be so terrorist, you know, like the cops are so cop, you know, like the CIA, the gruff CIA director, he really just has one type of, they're like very thinly veiled, like D&D characters, you know, to where everyone is just playing their role to an extreme degree.
Yeah, well, it worked. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had no confusion about who anybody was.
I felt like the funniest example of that was, you know, to jump ahead a bit, there are some fun set pieces in this movie that are kind of crazy. But one of them takes place. So the movie takes place in, I guess, Florida or a warm environment.
Florida, for sure.
But it's during Christmas.
Yeah.
So they're in a mall, and one of the bad guys leaves a bomb behind. And then this dude just like, oh, he left his bag. He left his bag behind. And it's like, Mister, you left your bag. And it keeps going. And the guy is like full on running. And then now the cops are chasing him, or the security guards are chasing him. And he's running through the guy. But the guy still hasn't had like new programming. Sir, so he's still at the back. Sir, you've left this behind. He has taken no hint.
Nope.
Well,
he is programmed to only be that thing.
And it was like, first of all, when Francis and I were watching this, we were like, I have never worked that hard to help a stranger in my entire life. Just like, leave the bag behind. It's fine. But then also, if you're the terrorist, just be like, oh, thanks, man. And then take it. And then 2 seconds later, leave it somewhere else. Like, it didn't have to become this huge thing. And it did.
That one terrorist specifically made a lot of bad judgment calls.
Yeah, he was not the best one. And he is, sometimes they're just at restaurants randomly. And at one point they're at a beach restaurant and he's just like in swim trunks. And I'm like, I'm glad they're getting their R&R.
It's his first invasion. He doesn't know
work-life balance.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Chuck also got a little free time in the movie. They show him sitting on his bed in his hotel room watching a movie and like eating popcorn.
And we get to watch like a full like 2 minutes of it too.
Yeah.
It's because he knew the cops were going to arrest him. It was all part of his big plan. This movie goes hard. They are unafraid of killing children.
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
At one point, they kill right from the beginning. They kill a child on the boat from Cuba. But then there's a scene, as you mentioned, it's Christmas in Florida. And as we all know, people at Christmas in Florida put their Christmas trees in the front yard.
Yes.
Not just one family, but like all the families.
Yeah. That's what they do in that neighborhood. And there's a scene where the precocious little daughter is like, I want to put the star on the tree, Daddy. And he's like, no, we have to go in for dinner. But she comes running back out and climbs the ladder and puts the star on the outdoor Christmas tree and then runs back in the house right before it gets bazookaed.
Yeah. And I think Francis and I decided the moral of this story was you should always be making out in cars because then you'll be safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or always carry a bazooka.
Yeah. Both good lessons. Both. Do both just to be safe.
We're doing way more work than the movie is.
But yeah, there's dead kids all over the place. There is a gator wrestling scene. In case you wondered if Chuck Norris wrestles a gator, he does.
Yeah, and he was brave enough to do the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is unafraid of a gator head. But then they sell the gator? Is that what happened?
Yep. I mean, fighting commies isn't free. So
yeah.
it takes a little walking around money.
But the main bad guy Rostov is like, well, we can't do our plan until Chuck Norris is dead.
Right.
But we know exactly where he is.
Yeah, we get one flashback that shows that they had a past.
Wasn't that a dream? It was a dream, wasn't it?
It was a dream flashback.
Okay, so sleeping. In our opinion, the dream was a real thing.
I just assumed it was like, this is like he was imagining his perfect scenario and then whoops, Chuck Norris is there.
Well, I think he said to someone, I let him get away once. And or to something to that degree. And then not long after that we see the dream flashback. So I feel like it actually happened. And that was the last vestige of the story and backstory.
What were there multiple dreams? We're talking about the same one where Rostov like wakes up from the dream and he's yeah, and it's Chuck Norris is right there with a gun to his head.
Yeah. Yes. So Chuck Norris had mentioned that he let Rostov. Yeah, I should have killed him when I had the chance, is what he said. And then later, Rostov has that bad dream, which I imagine is him reliving something that actually happened over and over again.
Which, how do you let him go? You're literally point blank standing there with the gun to his head.
Well, that's why he's so hard on himself.
Yeah. He deserves to be hard on himself. But that's what actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how he, when it's time to let in the killing blow, he's so incredibly soft and quiet. Now it's time to die. It's time.
It's time. Apparently it wasn't time that time.
No.
It was not yet time. But so they come to blow up his little cabin in the swamp. And they, again, bazooka it.
Mm-hmm. I would argue that this has the highest uses of bazookas and bazookaing in the entire cinema pantheon. Like I
would agree.
I'm really struggling to think what movie has more bazookas and bazookaing. I mean, just the finale, not to spoil anything, but it is literally a bazooka duel, an indoor bazooka duel.
In a corridor.
Yes, in a corridor.
I'm not mad about
joust. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, but yeah, being a kid and seeing a bazooka in a movie, presumably an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie of some kind, and thinking like, well, this is the most awesome weapon of all time. Why doesn't everyone just use this constantly? You just pointed at something and then that thing is gone. So
Yeah, it can I guess it can be dialed down to just blow up one guy, or it can be fired into a house and blow up the whole like 3-story house.
Well, we also noticed it can be used to leave us a door intact and blow holes on either side of it.
That happened
I
at
love
one
that.
point.
That's the scene where we learn that Chuck Norris has the ability to see through walls.
Yeah, that's right.
He does a couple of times just kind of appear behind people. You know?
Yeah.
After all, his name is Hunter. Matt Hunter.
Yeah. Matt Hunter. And Mikhail Rostov. And those are the only 2 names I clocked for the whole movie.
And reporter woman.
Does she ever have a name?
I don't know.
I don't think she even had a name.
Yeah, she was a real piece of work. She was a real demanding.
Yeah, she was. Again, she was like the reporter stereotypes. Like ChatGPT created all the reporter stereotypes. This is what you can't stop the freedom of the First Amendment. I got to the scene first. I need my scoop. I need to and just like all the greatest hits of like the angry 80s reporter.
But she's so angry. Go ahead, Jenna.
Oh no, I think she was also like angry at him for not like saving her faster or something. Like, where were you?
Yep.
Like no thank yous ever.
No.
It's very
At one point, they're driving. Okay, so after the mall scene, the terrorist has stolen a van, or it's their van, I'm not sure. But he kidnaps a woman by just holding her by the hair. And dangling her outside the window of the van for like
many blocks.
Yeah.
So the van is full on driving, and they're just holding her hostage outside of the van door.
Yeah, for miles and miles.
Yes, the strongest terrorist of all time, just one arm holding a woman against a car. Just physically
while he's driving.
Yeah. I know. That guy deserves whatever he get. Like, he's earned it. I know.
Yeah.
You, sir, have earned it. Thanks, Santa Claus. Now, I feel like one of the things that's great about this movie is that there are some serious set pieces. Like there are some crazy set pieces. We talked about it before, but they found a neighborhood that was going to be demolished, so they got to blow up houses in a neighborhood. They got to blow up.
Oh, I was really curious about that. I was going to ask you about that, Nathan. Like, wouldn't that be the most expensive thing to like?
100%. And then the fact that this B movie was able to blow up these houses was a huge thing. So yeah, they were basically going to demolish that area, and it was going to be like a freeway bypass or something like that, And then later in the movie, they totally drive a car through a mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was a mall that was being built, so it wasn't fully constructed. So they were able to take a section and build it up and make it look like it was done, and then just do whatever they want to it.
I've always wanted to drive through a mall.
Yeah.
What are you doing this weekend?
Yeah.
You know what I thought was going to be a bigger deal was, remember the kid like spit the gum on the windshield of that Nissan?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, something's going to happen with this gum. And it was just like, nope, just gum on a windshield.
Yeah.
Just a naughty kid.
That kid was a little shit though.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the mall scene is fantastic. I love the mall scene. I love that but I wanted to know, like, how did he get his truck out of that mall? Because later he just has his truck and his truck is fine.
That's got to be an important story beat that they just took out, I guess.
Him retrieving his and being like, "Sorry, I wrecked your mall."
So, what sort of subplots do you think they could have taken out that would have made the movie better or worse? Like still keeping the armadillo everywhere he goes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have loved that. I don't know. Did the reporter do anything to drive the story, or was she just annoying?
There had to be like a love story between them, don't you think?
Or something. Like his character does seem pretty unlovable, though.
It's true.
Like he is not open for love. He is not open for a relationship in this story. But at least some kind of like will they, won't they banter, you know?
Mm-hmm. I was very impressed with how many extras are in this movie. Like every street they drive down is the most crowded street. The mall is the most crowded mall. The brothels are the most well-attended brothels. The clubs are the dance hall. Everywhere they go, it's filled to the brim with people. And Chuck Norris has no problem shooting into those crowds.
We also noticed something very important about the casting of this movie. Well, you might not know this, but this movie has casted the most bald people in all of history.
Very nice. Very progressive.
You could do a drinking game, we found, every time a new one comes on screen.
Yeah, you would be wasted immediately. Like, it was really funny. We were watching this, and then Francis would just go, bald, bald, bald.
So, follically progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Well, we think it was contractual. I think is what we came up with.
Yeah, it's like how Vin Diesel can never lose a fight. Chuck Norris always has to have the best head of hair in the movie.
Yeah. That would be great. I mean, it's okay. It's no Kurt Russell.
It's no Kurt Russell, but it's trying to be. Like, it's so feathered. It's feathered within an inch of his life, and that means he uses a blow dryer. So when is he waking up and using a blow dryer?
It's probably the makeup department.
It's not a blow dryer. It's that swamp machine.
Yeah. It's his Uzis. He just fires a couple of clips of his Uzis.
Oh, speaking of the Uzis, did you guys clock the moment where he runs out of ammo for his Uzis, and so he takes them off and lovingly sets them on the ground, and we get like a romantic shot of them being left behind, like, oh no.
That would be a backstory I would love to see more of. So as wild as, I mean, he's got a great look, like that whole kind of like
denim on denim
with the dual mini Uzis and the long clips. That's a pretty cool look. I was into that.
When he's being arrested, his shirt is fully open. Like, they couldn't let him button it.
Yeah. No, they had to take him right from watching that movie in his hotel room immediately. Yeah.
Wish he was so tickled by that movie. He was like giggling and enjoying it.
That was the moment I was most confused or wondering like what was the plot turn, because there's this like CIA guy or some dude in charge who's investigating all the scenes after Chuck Norris has been there, or the terrorists have been there, and they catch Chuck Norris, and he says to him, "No one is above the law." And like Chuck Norris is arrested. It's like, wait a minute. Wait, Chuck Norris is not working for the government? Is he working for like some like hyper aggressive nonprofit or something? You know, like I was under the assumption that he was tasked by like some, you know, Rambo, you've got to go get him guy, you know?
He was. So this is what I came to understand. And I may be writing the movie when no one else was. But So he goes to that guy when they're standing outside the abandoned carousel, and he's like, I wasn't there fast enough to save these kids, was I? I've got instructions for you. And it's like a many-page document. And he hands it to the man who's like a shadowy government operative guy, and he glances at it and then says, This will never. Do you know the work it'll take and the communication and the cooperation we'd have to pull this off? And I'm like, you didn't read that many-page document that quickly. But I think it was all a ruse. Like, I think that the shadowy government organization that Chuck Norris is working for set up the meeting of the governors as a ruse to smoke out the terrorists, which totally worked. And then arresting Chuck Norris was part of that so that he could deliver his message to the terrorist, because the reporter says, do you have anything you want to say? And he goes, yeah, I do. He looks dead into the camera and just goes, Rostov, I'm going to get you. You know, and he delivers this long, and then he starts whispering monologue.
And we can't hear. Yes. Yeah. I can't hear you. Stop whispering.
Stop whispering. And so I think this was all Chuck Norris's plan.
Hey, I'm into it. I think that's a great explanation.
Okay.
I think it's got a 50% chance of being real.
Okay. I want to talk about the scene where the parents send their children away on a bus.
Because wherever they were was too dangerous.
And they said, you'll be safer in the country. So they were literally sending the children to a farm upstate where they could run around and be free and have all the fresh air they wanted. But and they're all singing, they're not singing Wheels on the Bus. What are they singing?
Oh, row, row, row your boat.
Right. Over and over.
Yeah. Which I think the kids full of the bus full of kids in Dirty Harry was the exact same song, where it was also kidnapped by bad guys.
I've never seen Dirty Harry.
Well, that scene, it's the same.
Okay, perfect. I love it. I'm sure a lot of things are the same. But so they put a bomb. They drive up and put a bomb on the side of the bus. A girl notices and says nothing. Chuck Norris pulls up in his truck, grabs the bomb, catches up to the terrorist, says, "You dropped something," and throws the bomb into their car, and then drives away quickly enough to not be blown up when they are obliterated.
And then he practically uses the exact same line like in the next scene at the church.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
Didn't
a hit,
work,
so the bad guys set up a bomb at the front of a church. You know, it's like Christmas Eve mass or whatever. And they get back to their little spot by the building, and then they go to and push the button and nothing happens. They're like, what's going on? They're looking at the wiring, and he's directly above them, you know, like on the top of the building, of a brick building, you know? And so somehow he got the bomb and beat them to the spot and got up to the roof. And he's like, glad I didn't skip leg day. And then he's above them. It doesn't work. And then drops the bomb down on them. Right. And what does he say?
It didn't work, did it? It'll work now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he does the wire and it blows them up. Dude, that was a bomb that was supposed to blow up a whole church, and it's like 15 feet below him. And he's standing on like a brick building.
He modified the blast radius when he was doing the wire connections.
God, he is good, guys.
And he works alone.
He probably just kicked it from off camera.
Oh yeah, the off camera kick. That was so good. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but there was an off camera kick, which was great.
Because he's always got to be kicking.
I hear he only has like 2 or 3 kicks in this whole movie, which is like a record low.
They were well placed.
Really?
Yeah.
As a action hero, do we find Chuck Norris compelling? And I don't want to rag on him or anything, but he's fairly one note. I mean, he had to be, more compelling to do season after season of Walker, Texas Ranger, right? And I think I found him more compelling in Delta Force, although I'm sure he was really similar. Do we think it's because they took all the story out?
I don't think he has much range in terms of either vocal performance or acting and emotion. So you have to like him for what he is, right?
There were 9 seasons of Walker, Texas Ranger, so
he had relationships in that show. Nice ones, good ones.
Yeah.
Healthy ones.
He had a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, kids don't mind that they have AIDS when Walker is around.
Wow.
I just I don't know. Imagining someone else in this role, does it make it better? I'm not sure.
There is a certain... He plays the America fuck yeah seriousness so well that it becomes fun, in my opinion. Like if you took a lot of these other action heroes like Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, there wouldn't be this get off my lawn energy that is kind of fun about it.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, actually, so like this was what, 1986, 85?
85.
Yeah. Okay. So who would have been the big action stars? You would have had Schwarzenegger, Stallone, all around doing stuff. Because it's like, if you're thinking about it, it's like he is kind of like the redneck action star. He's like the, I don't know, like everyone else has a foreign component to them. Like even Stallone is like, he's that, he's that
Mr. Italian. He's the Italian stallion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of the New Jersey hero. Just knowing the company, it probably would have been Charles Bronson or someone else like that. Because they said that they had a pile if it was between the two Chucks, Charles Bronson or Chuck Norris. Is it a Charlie or a Chuck movie?
Well, it had to be Chuck because he wrote it.
That's true. He co-wrote it.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a co-writer, and it was one of the my first note was Chuck wrote it. Wants to kill immigrants? ? Like, was this some you wrote it, man? You could control this. They didn't have to die.
Now I'm so fascinated by what was cut out of this movie. Wouldn't it have been interesting if his character was like so emotive in these cutaways and these other backstory stuff?
He's like weeping and like tearing his hair out.
He's
and
really worried about the novel, the reception to his new novel that is being published that weekend, and he's checking in with his agent. His buddy is sending him photos of the armadillo,
Yeah, it's armadillo setting.
I guess they can't send photos in the 80s, can they?
Oh, his friend. Do you have a note about that?
Yeah, his friend full on died.
The older guy who thought he reminded us of someone.
I have a note that says alligator guy is 80s Walton Goggins.
Oh yeah.
That was the guy that was wrestling, I think, the alligator.
Yeah. The guy who like warns him that the bad guys are coming. He can't hear them because he's chainsawing. He goes, Hunter, or he says Matt or something like that. And he goes, oh, bad guys are here. Dive out the window. And they don't check to see if he's dead.
Yep.
In fact, Rostov stops them from wasting ammo. No, we got him. Everyone, put your guns down. Put him down. Everyone, one by one, lower your guns. We got him. I don't want you to waste any more ammo. We got him.
Let's get out of here. Well, they needed a lot of ammo. They really needed a lot of ammo. Which, the beginning of this, I was so confused because there is a drug deal element at the beginning where he's trading guns for drugs, but not really because he just kills the people. But at one point, he's doing a deal with a drug dealer who's got 3 multicolored phones on his desk, which is so advanced for 80s technology. And he smashes the woman's head into her Coke straw, throws her out the window, and then shoots the guy in the dick.
Oh, yeah, I have that as a note too. The dick shot is his signature move. He does that multiple times in this movie.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
guess
his go-to.
If you do what you love for a living, you don't work a day in your life.
I want to talk about the ending though, because I was so impressed that they have this face-to-face bazooka showdown in a hallway, and then he goes, "It's time." Quietly, "It's time." Bazooks him, and then the movie straight up ends.
Because there's literally nothing to resolve at that point. They've cut out anything of the movie. So as soon as the bad guy dies, his body is not even cold yet, the roll credits. Boom, he's dead. The bazooka drops. Ting, 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 roll credits.
Roll credits. But I was like, way to go, movie. Don't fuck around. Just end this shit.
I distinctly remember seeing a leg blow out the window.
Oh yeah, Rostov's leg.
It was not just a fine mist. It was parts were flying.
You hit him center mass, and then the limbs just blast out. Yeah, I cannot think of another bazooka duel in cinema history.
No, indoor bazooka duel.
Yeah, indoor bazooka duel.
Indoor face-to-face close range bazooka duel.
Mm-hmm. God.
So, on a scale of 1 bazooka to 10 bazookas.
Ooh. And remember, the more bazookas, the better.
Oh, yeah.
The more bazookas, the better, of course. How many bazooks do we give Invasion USA? Let's start with you, Francis.
3 bazooks.
3 bazooks?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your logic? What's your reasoning?
Defend yourself, sir.
Okay. Well, I was excited about the idea of the armadillo being in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He had a milk bowl, for crying out loud. So I was like, oh, this is a beloved family pet. So when it never came back, I was like, okay, that's 1 bazook gone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I don't like the idea that I could be making love on a beach and have my head blown off. There's another bazook gone.
Yeah, that's true.
There was Jenna even said when we were watching, she's like, he could have just been go. Here's a gun, go.
Yeah, shoo.
You didn't have to blow their heads off.
Yeah.
So no.
That's fair.
And then I just felt like you could tell stuff was missing, and it was just too long. Too long.
It was 1 hour and 47 minutes. Yeah, they could have clipped it at a crisp hour and a half. Yeah. I did pause it a lot and look at the time left and be like, 20 fucking minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
So yeah, not my favorite work. But hey, 3 bazooks is better than no bazooks.
It's true. It's true. You could have awarded it no bazooks, 0 bazooks.
Well, you know I got 3 instead of 2.
Why?
I love kissing, and they were kissing in the car, so I was like,
there was a lot of smooching in this movie.
Yeah. Smooching, kept me hooked.
So they got an extra bazook for the smooching.
Yeah, and also anyone who can kick in pants, that's the third one. Like, that's not easy to do.
It's not easy, yeah, without like hitching him up. And he was wearing tight denim.
Tight, hard denim. Yeah.
And you know that was like a Wrangler or a Levi. That wasn't like a forgiving 5-way stretch Old Navy pant.
No.
All right, Jenna, how many bazooks do you give Invasion USA?
All right, I'm going to say 5 bazooks. I'll give it 5. I don't know if I'm colored by the fact that just coincidentally we happened to watch it on the day that he died. So there was like that kind of like, I was like ready to be a little more open to it.
Yeah.
I also think
an emotional hook. Yeah.
Yeah. I was also, there was a huge like nostalgia factor or like something pleasant came from this because it was like, I was watching this and it was like, it reminded me of the Rambo scene in UHF. Just like the whole movie.
Yeah.
Was like,
Yes.
Just like, look at this thing over here and it blows up. Like just everything blowing up, everybody dying. And it just, so in that regard, it made me reminiscent or like made me think about UHF, which is always a good time for me. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So
yes, me too. It reminded me of the scene in UHF where he's slowly approaching someone who's shooting at him with a machine gun.
Yes.
They just like can't hit him.
And he's like right in front of him.
Yeah. So I also thought of UHF, Jenna.
Oh, good.
That exact scene. So we were kindred spirits in that moment.
Good. But other than that, it's not a good movie.
No.
Details.
But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed watching it with Francis. I enjoyed making notes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember what this means, but I have a note that said the armored cars were squirting. I don't know.
No.
I don't remember what that is.
They were squinting.
Oh, squinting. That's right. That's because they had these little windows in the front that looked like they were like closed. Well, I'm glad I misread that as squirting. That was funny for a second.
Oh, I love it. Nathan, how many bazookas do you give Invasion USA?
Well, okay, so this is going to be controversial. I'm going to give it 7 bazookas. Not because it's a good movie, because it's a unique movie. It is one of those movies that if you want to see something nuts and dumb, then this is kind of like the 3 or 4 Venn diagrams intersecting with something, you know? So if you're interested in B movie cinema and bad, so bad it's great cinema, I would include that in here. Now, do I think it's great? No. But I think it's fun. I think it's worth looking at. Having said that, there are for sure super dumb, boring, long parts. But I think for all of that, the highlights outweigh the dumb shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna give it 6 bazookas, because it's just absurd.
Yes,
it's so absurd, and it's really something to see. Even the choppiness of the edit, I was just like, who is editing? What? Now we're at a restaurant with the bad guys and they're just lounging? What? Now we're at Chuck Norris and his cabin again? Like, what are these edits?
It's like witnessing like a crazy family at a carnival, you know? You just have to appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and
it sounds very judgmental, but yeah.
It certainly is something to see, you know. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it. I would probably recommend Delta Force before I recommended Invasion USA. I don't know. I'm
Delta,
rethinking that.
Yeah, Delta Force is more of a movie.
Yeah,
this is more of a spectacle.
And I think I gave Delta Force a 7, so I stand by giving this 6 bazookas out of 7. All right.
I think it's actually helped by I think it's helped by the fact that it doesn't have a real serious plot or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes because if it tried to be a real movie more than it did, it would then been way worse.
Yeah, it would have been more offensive.
Yeah.
And longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need more of this movie.
That's true.
Yeah. So you would have loved it. I know you would have. What about a deep cut recommendation? I think this was a tough one. It was a tough one for me, and my deep cut recommendation is based on the most tenuous of connections. But what about you, Nathan? We'll go in reverse order this time. Did you come up with a good one?
No, but I did come up with kind of a primer for Chuck Norris films. So let's say if you want to visit or revisit the filmography of Chuck Norris and you don't know where to start, here are some directions to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And honestly, some of them, I'm surprised that some of them are so different, and they were all released within 2 or 3 years of each other. So Code of Silence is kind of a dirty, hairy, tough cop movie, and supposedly, I haven't seen a number of these, but I know of many of them. I haven't seen this one, but apparently it's one of his better performances.
Okay.
So Code of Silence. If you want something kind of more like Walker, Texas Ranger, Lone Wolf McQuade, where he's basically a cowboy cop.
Okay.
If you're wanting more of the karate Chuck Norris, then I would recommend The Octagon. If you want more America, fuck yeah, I would say Delta Force.
Delta Force.
Which we did. And then if you really want to see kind of a swing and a miss, which is Chuck Norris doing comedy with Louis Gossett Jr. They're basically treasure hunters. I would recommend Firewalker, which is just odd. It's nice to have in the background. Yeah. It's
Firewalker. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to do a PG Indiana Jones movie buddy comedy.
All right. With Louis Gossett Jr., you say?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot picture it. I cannot get a picture in my mind.
Watch the trailer. It's worth the price of admission.
Okay. Awesome. Jenna, what is your deep cut recommendation?
Well, I'll always recommend UHF. It reminded me of UHF. I'll always say that. But I think, I don't know if this is a deep cut, but I think if you enjoyed the over the top nature of this, the movie Last Action Hero, I always think that's an underrated movie. It plays off of the trope of just the good guys can just make bad guys explode and everything, bullets don't hit them, that kind of a thing. So I like that there's a lot of over the top action in that, and it's explained by the fact that they're in an action movie, so it's allowed to be like that. They can just throw a bomb and a car flips and blows up, and it's all the stuff that happened in this movie. So I think that would be my recommendation. Yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. That's a perfect one. I love it. Francis, what is your deep cut recommendation?
Okay. Speaking of over the top action and also bullets that can be regular bullets or exploding rounds, the hit action film Long Kiss Goodnight, starring Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson, has a lot of the same elements, but is 100 times better.
Yeah, that's a good movie. And I haven't revisited that in a long time.
And it involves terrorists trying to do something around Christmas time.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
If you want to do a real deep cut, going back to the Armadillo, John Wick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Great. Perfect. So as I said, mine is based on the most tenuous of connections. But as soon as there was a bomb on a bus, I thought, what's a better movie with a bomb on a bus? The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. I recommend Speed with my favorite action hero, Keanu Reeves.
That's a good one.
It's a great movie. Joss Whedon actually did a pass on the script, so I think that's where all the comedy comes from. We don't like him anymore, but we did years and years ago. And so Speed. I recommend Speed. It is great.
It's solid flick. Like it holds up. That's a long movie. I think it's like 2 hours or a little over 2 hours, but it's like tip to tail. It's like you are hooked. It's not boring at all.
It flies by.
Mm-hmm.
And Sandra Bullock is charming as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us, very fine friends, where can people find your podcast? When do episodes drop? Give us a little pitch.
You can find us on any podcast service, whatever you use. Just search Very Fine Friends. You can also go to our website, veryfinefriends.com, or follow us on any socials at Very Fine Friends. And we have our new main episodes come out every Thursday, and then every Monday we drop little bonus episodes, which is just us doing improv scenes. So yeah, look for us everywhere.
I love it. I was listening to it today. I was finishing up my episode from Thursday today. And I love it. I love the pod. I'm a listener. I'm a diehard day one stan for you guys.
You're a sizzler.
I'm a sizzler. That's right.
We call our fans.
That's great.
Nathan, where can people find your filmmaking?
Squishystudios.com is probably the best way if you want to see the last movie ever made. Apparently the most people are seeing it on Tubi, if you're okay with ads. Yeah.
Tubi, where you can find Invasion U.S.A. and the last movie ever made.
And all of Chuck Norris's other films too.
Awesome. Wonderful. You can find me on Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game podcast, where we make up drinking game rules for our favorite episodes of our favorite show, Supernatural. Or you can find me at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater every Friday and Saturday night doing improv comedy. And hey, if you're lucky, you might also catch Jenna and Francis there doing improv comedy. And if you're here with us at the end, it's because you want more. You want more Most Excellent 80s. You want more Nathan, Krissy, Francis, and Jenna. Well, guess what? There is bonus content. Francis is going to give us a big question, just like they do on Very Fine Friends, and we are going to answer it. And you want to hear that. You want to know what the big question is and what we're going to say about it. So become a member at truestory.fm. Find our podcast. Click on the join button. You get every episode a week early and ad-free, as well as some super cool bonus content. So do that. And if you don't feel like doing that, you don't want to spend any money, but you still want to support the pod, like, rate, review, subscribe, thumbs up, tell a friend, tell your local guy who lives in a swamp to listen to the pod. And when you're out there in the world, please keep the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and... Party on, dude.